Alright chaps, welcome to Cadwell Park. It's race day. Our second time racing at Cadwell Park in the MR2. We're getting a wave there off the Rogue Men's. Alex is here helping me today. His lovely 36. Joe and Josh should be along some point later on today. I've just been scrutinizing here, went straight through. I'm just bleeding the coolant now because I didn't have a chance to do it yesterday. Obviously had a bit of a manic day yesterday, didn't we? Yeah. Are we leaking anything from them front pipes? Not really. Oh, the power steering felt a bit heavy on Friday. I never really mentioned it, but noticed my pump's making a right racket this morning. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't fail, but if it does, it does. Is what it is. You know, it's a pain. I've had it before when the power steering stopped working. Was that on this one or the K21? On one of them, the power steering stopped working, and it's really heavy. It's not just like this Golf, which has probably got, you know, no power steering from the factory, and it's just got like a rack and pinion. When you're having to push the fluid around and the wheels around, it's it can get quite heavy even with just these little 15s on. But I'm sure it'll be all right. I've got the faith. So the radiator, as we saw yesterday, the radiator is the straightest part of the front end. So everything else is cable tied and kind of bodged together. But it's here, you know, it's together just about. We're gonna have a good time, I think. The bumper could do with being a bit more. What's happened here then? No, I've got it stuck, that's why. There we go. Bit of cable tie tuning for the morning. How's that? Oh yeah, she's beautiful. So yeah, I'm just bleeding the coolant now. We're out in about an hour's time. So yeah, looking forward to it. Just need to drop the tyre pressures, check the coolant's all good, and then we'll get out for our qualifying session. Looking forward to it. We've got the race logic set up as well with our reference lap from Friday, the 44.2. If I can do a 44.2 today, then that should put us in a good place, I think. But we're running a lot less camber. Almost looks like I'm running positive camber now. That's how much less it is, but yeah, we're all good. Told you the specs. 3.2, 3.5, 1 out, 2 in. It should be nice and stable and fast without being a bit too leery. It was a bit too leery, but that leeriness got us a good finish at Snetterton, didn't it? So yeah. Right, let's get into it though. Qualifying. What can we do?
I'm going to record a little voiceover for the qualifying session. It's not too long. I was pretty late as well for some reason. Well, quite often the 2 years I've been racing, I've still not got used to it yet, and I'm pretty much always late for being assembled. This time it was cutting it real fine. They were going to start qualifying without me, but they put out a special message telling me to get my ass down to the assembly area, so I made it just in time, got my helmet on. So before the racing at Cadwell, I was sitting third in the championship, and that meant that I went out third in qualifying here behind Sean and Aaron. So Cadwell's quite unique. We get to do a couple of corners before going out onto the back straight. Obviously the pit entry is, well, the track exit, let's say. The pits are super small at Cadwell. It's all pretty old school track, you know. I really like racing there. It's pretty wild. So anyway, let's get started. This is my second flying lap, ends up being my fastest lap. You can see Sean going off in the distance a little bit there. Other than that, a pretty steady lap. It was a 44.6, I think. But after that lap, well, I mean, even towards the end of it here, I mess up the last corner, and then I just struggled again with the car. Just struggled. I mean, it was a lot more stable. I could tell, you know, that the car felt like it had a lot more in it, but I was really struggling to make it do what I wanted to do. I mean, I wasn't the only one. You can see Sean struggling as well. Cadwell's a real... If you watch my videos for any amount of time, you should know Cadwell by now. It's a real spicy track, and yeah, it demands a lot of car and driver, and trying to get that fastest qualifying time, yeah, I was struggling. So the first corner Coppice wasn't doing too bad. I was braking just a little bit on the way in. Some people were saying they were taking it flat, but when I tried to do that I found it just messed me up for the next corner. But it was this corner, Charlie's 2, where I was making the most mistakes. So this is the corner where I span out and crashed on the test day, and I don't know if there was something there mentally holding me back. Didn't feel like it, but I just kept messing the corner up. I was either over speed or under speed, you know. I could never quite get it where I wanted to be. You're kind of braking right on the crest of a hill or just after it, and then the corner itself is really off camber, and it's probably one of the most difficult corners on the calendar, I'd say. And yeah, I really struggled with it. It didn't take long for us to catch up with back markers either. At Cadwell you just have to kind of force your way through. There's no point sitting behind people. I was messing up Charlie's 2 all the time anyway, as you can see, trying to reach for the delta there, but I just couldn't get it right. I mean, I was on the limit everywhere, trying to go as fast as what I could, but just not really making it work. Here you can see again, Charlie's 2, just overstay on the way in, just, yeah, not great. This is the penultimate lap. I remember thinking just go steady through here, and it wasn't too bad. I was down 3 tenths, but that was 3 tenths and a 44.2. Unfortunately, I was just too close to the back markers by then, so it didn't really matter anyway. I was never going to do another full pace qualifying lap. Here's quite a cool exterior shot from Pescara Productions. You can see most of the cars coming round. For some reason, my car's the only one making tyre squealy noises. Take from that what you will. Here's the last lap, the last attempt to have a fast lap, but yeah, of course, I mess it up at Charlie's 2.
Right, qualifying complete. So, you know, I got 3rd. So first off, you know, good result, isn't it? Considering the hassle we've had and how busy I've been and how little I've slept and all that jazz. But I do feel like I could have gone a bit faster. Aaron's way in front at the pole position. He's got like a low 43, and everyone else is in the 44s really. And I feel like I could have got a lower 44. I didn't get close to my. In fact, let's have a look at I've not even looked at the time, I'm just guessing here. I think my actual quality time was a 44.6, which is not a bad time. Let's have a look at the Race Logic, sponsored by Team Darksiders. 44.6. 44.6, not too bad. At least we're in the 44s. But once we caught up to the traffic, you know, it's hard to get any space, weren't it? Which that's what it's like at Cadwell. But we've qualified a lot better than last year, so tick, mission accomplished. We've got 2 races to come as per usual, 2 15-minute slugs. And we're 3rd on the road, which means we'll be behind Aaron off the grid, so maybe we can just tuck up behind Aaron, yeah? Can we take 2nd place? I still messed up the same corners, but definitely felt good. You know, it didn't feel any worse other than just feeling a bit more stable, which is exactly what I thought it would do. So I am now an alignment expert, yeah, expert aligner, miracle aligner you could say. So we've only got a short wait until the race, about an hour or so. I was going to bleed the brakes because they feel a little bit spongy, but they're not too bad. I mean, we'll see how they are after race 1, maybe bleed them for race 2. I think they feel horrendous. I don't really want to borrow stuff. I forgot to bring brake fluid and bleeder kit and everything like that, so I don't want to go beg, borrowing, stealing. It's not too bad. We'll see how it is in race 1. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. 3rd. Could be a lot worse, couldn't it? Alright, we've just been called for race 1. So we're starting 3rd. I'm going to rig up the intercom and everything. I'll probably forget to talk, but the times when I remember to talk, it'll be crystal clear, as we know. So something to look forward to. So yeah, let's get to it. Race 1, Cadwell Park. Could be quite hectic. It was last year, and you know, it's Cadwell, isn't it? So let's do it. Ah, buongiorno. Hola. Buenos dias. Seat Ibiza. So the pole position's on the left here, which is a bit strange. Because obviously the first corner is the left, but the next two are the right onto the back straight. A very tight track, Cadwell, as we all know. I'm looking forward to this. I'm hyped up.
Nose to tail for the lead heading towards the mountain.
They are indeed, so it's the short trainer car.
This is all getting very hectic, isn't it? Adam's got the run up here. Oh, a little touch. Oh, a little touch. Help me. So I missed at the last corner on both of them laps, and look at the difference. still pussying Charlie's too as well, that corner where I crashed on Friday. Look at the gap from pussying that last corner. Some fluid on the track. Yeah. Fucking definitely. in here. Fucking hell.
Yes, checkered flag! Yeah! Oh, what a fucking race, wasn't it? Oh! Yes, Sean! Oh, ghosted Adam into court. Sorry, Adam. They're racing, innit? Obviously, I was never gonna do him on the outside into gooseneck, but I think I got in his head a little bit. Adam, of course, being the nice man who I accidentally took out at Silverstone in race 1. Ah, buzzing. P2. Oh, that was a race and a half, that.
Alright, there was watching for you, so is this part of his hair as well?
Yeah.
It's a bit off for that.
Just fueling up for race 2 with Max. Is it Joe or Max? They don't know you've got a twin brother, the dafties. Anyway, refueling.
Sunglasses.
Yeah, that's true, that man. Max is the one who can drive in the egg.
Yeah, you can tell it's Max because he's got flip flops and sunnies on.
Yeah, no flip flops.
I've got a coat and woolly hat on.
So we're just putting another 8 litres in. Should be 12 left. So yeah, that was a wicked race. Obviously didn't speak much, but every now and again I gave you a little murmur of what I was thinking. Oh, I thought I was going to finish 4th, but obviously just tried my best to stay on Adam, and yeah, he made that mistake into gooseneck, capitalised, and Sean had a problem as well. 2nd, we finished 2nd, but the problem is I was battling throughout that race, as you know. Probably made a really good video, but I was battling throughout, didn't have a chance to set a good time. You have to think about these things. It often goes out the window. You just drive as fast as what you can, but your best time in race 1 is like a qualifying for race 2. It's not on the finishing order. The finishing order would be nice, wouldn't it? Especially when you finish 2nd. But yeah, I didn't do a good lap. Anyway, I'm 4th in the next race, which is not too bad. It's just 4.
Finishing order.
Yeah, yours is in finishing order, isn't it? Or is it Max's? Isn't it?
Yeah, Max
yeah.
to go in finishing order.
Yeah, ours is in your time from race 1. What's left in there? About 20 out doing it.
Yeah, that's about right.
What's 3 US gallons? That's 12 because it's just less than 4 litres.
I thought it was 4.5.
No, that's our gallons.
Oh, US gallons.
Our gallons are, yeah, they're 3.99 or something daft.
Ours are 4.54.
Ours are 4.54, yeah.
Hashtag conversions.
Because I always do my, well, not always, but I used to always calculate my fuel usage. Remember on forums when people used to have the signature, is it Fuelia or something, fuel zone or something, and it'd tell him what miles per gallon the car did. It's good, that, wasn't it?
Good days.
Good times. Good times. So yeah, we fueled up for race 2. Don't need to do anything to the car. Car was good. So much more stable than what it was in practice on Friday. Just, you know, knocking a bit of camber out and a bit of toe in. I don't think it's faster. I think it's probably going to be slower, like absolute pace. But if I can do consistent times, then, you know, I was able to battle there and have full confidence in my car, and ultimately finish 2nd because of it. So it may not be absolutely faster, you know, it may not have the absolute pace of what the previous setup had, but it's meant that I actually finished the race in a decent position rather than spinning out and crashing. So, you know, you've got to think about these things, yeah? Now you're coming out of it.
Thank you.
No coffee, no ciggies.
Well, just got my 2nd place trophy. Go team. Just going to start getting prepared for race 2. Bit of a gap here, isn't there? What's all that about?
Can't put tape on that one because that door's not going to fall off. What we've done is we've made sure the bumper don't fall off because it was
going to fall off, weren't it?
It were a bit wobbly.
It's solid now.
I did a kick test before, now it's solid.
It's solid, mate, yeah. Like this.
I don't know if this wing's a bit unsecure as well. Look, might have to tape that on just to make sure.
Yeah, you're not allowed to tape the panel gaps up, chaps.
No, we haven't
which
done that.
is obviously not what we've done.
Just tape the
no.
bumper on.
But the bumper was obviously, it's had a hard time. It's had a hard time.
Yeah, just holding it on.
Yeah, it's had a bit of a you know, did a few whoopsies on it. So the tape to the headlight to the wing. This is all brings all of these 3 components together. So, you know, it's good for the structurals. Little speed hole there. Don't worry about that. So yeah, anyway, we've got fuel in. Fuel's good. I'll just bar the wheels and change all the batteries in the cameras and that, and yeah, race 2. And we're in the room. I meant to take the race logic out for race 1 and race 2, and I've forgotten both times. So the race logic is still on the window. But it is what it is. Doesn't get in the way of me looking around. But it does ruin that camera angle slightly, which is now higher than race 1. Thanks for noticing. Cadwell Park race 2, starting in 4th position. We've got some very fast cars behind us, some very fast cars in front of us. Might try a slightly higher RPM launch this time.
Adam's in the lead. Go on, lad. Aaron, Sean, and me. Let's let up a little bit, but we're alright. Got Ali behind us fighting Nick. Still same top four. Fucking safety car, no way. Adam, you lucky sausage. Well, that's the race finishing under a safety car, isn't it? That's a shame. Safety car's picking up the pace, so maybe they're thinking about giving us another lap. Safety car lights are off, we're going, we're going! So I guess we'll have one more lap. Shit, we've gone already. Racing again. The Orange Army did it. checkered flag, yeah, one more lap. Oh. Well, the checkered flag waved. That was weird. Well, we had to go for it, didn't we? We did get one lap of racing and that was good. So Adam won a race. The man I took out at Silverstone. What did he get in front of these two? Oh, we started 4th, finished 4th, I'll take that. It was a good race.
Right, my goal for this weekend was to come home from Cadwell Park with a trophy. And we're coming home from Cadwell Park with a trophy. 2nd place in the first race, 4th in the 2nd. I got fastest lap in the 2nd race as well, which gets me an extra point. I think there's only 2 points between 4th and 3rd anyway. Had to go for that move on the last lap, didn't I? Had to go for it. Yeah, what would be the point in sitting behind them while they're fighting, even if it's in a sketchy place like that? Then we're all friends. You know, it wasn't. You know, I think Ali thought I maybe come on the track a bit too fast. I'd like to see his footage. Maybe he's a photography man doing bits as well today. Yeah, I'd like to see the footage from Ali's. I think I came back on the track pretty cleanly, I think, but well, I guess I'll be able to see from my rear view as well how close I was to Ali. But obviously everyone was bunched up from the safety car, and then, you know, we had one flying lap to settle it, and yeah, it was good. I'm pleased with the result. So the testing paid off. All the hours yesterday, erecting the ramp, fixing the rads, fixing the front end somewhat, and then the safety alignment did us good. So I matched my time in race 2. I matched the time that I did on the testing day, my fastest time. So, you know, maybe it is as fast, but definitely a heck of a lot more stable. We're racing again next weekend at Donington. There might be a video. In fact, I'm going to do a video tomorrow. We've got Bank Holiday Monday tomorrow, in respects to our Queen passing, and I'm going to spend that by getting the gearbox off the Green Bastard, I think. Yeah. Sounds like a plan, doesn't it? It's been wanting a clutch for about 12 months, so probably time to. Now I've got my ramp, I can start cracking on. So yeah, that'll be your video in between, and then I'll be racing at Donington next Sunday. That's in the BRSCC Club Sport Trophy. It's on the car. I'm trying to think what name it was. We'll be racing in the multi-class one, the one where at Snetterton I got jumped about classes a bit, but that'll be fun. We're going to have to change these brake pads. The Type Z's are nearly all the way out. They've not lasted half as long as the RO1, RPO1, I think, the endurance pads that I had in. Now these switch on a lot quicker, but they've not lasted half as long, which, you know, they've done alright. They've done a full season nearly, and I've done obviously a lot of other racing with BRSCC, and I did that MSV event as well at Anglesey, so they've done a fair amount of racing, and they've stayed pretty good all the way. But yeah, I think maybe that's what my spongy brakes were, because there's not a lot of material on them pads, is there? But yeah, we'll put the endurance pads back in for Sunday, get the Yokos on, get some grips, yeah, get some grips, sounds good. Coming home from Cadwell with a trophy. Well, that's it from Cadwell Park. So I've enjoyed myself. It's been a busy couple of days, for sure. Started 4th, finished 4th. Could we have had more from that 2nd race? I don't know. We got the fastest lap, so, you know, we had the pace. There weren't really any overtaking opportunities, were they? And the one that presented itself at the end, I went all in. Didn't pay off, but at least I went for it, right? 2nd place in the first race. 2nd overall again. That's the 2nd time that's happened. I know what you're thinking, a win's not far away. Well, Adam won today. Adam's the main rival, don't forget, if you saw me switching titles for the Silverstone video. Me and Adam have been having some good scraps this year. I can't help but think, if Adam won today, maybe I could have won today. But he had a demon start. He started from 3rd, I started from 3rd in the first race, so, you know, maybe I need to work on my starts. I mean, not having a handbrake doesn't help. Could do with a handbrake to hold myself on the revs a little bit, but I feel like I started alright, but I didn't see how Adam slipped past. They told me they did it on the start, but oh. We're getting offered some food here. Yeah, I might have some food.
Have whatever you like.
Thank you very much. Right, I'll see you tomorrow then. We'll get the gearbox off the bastard, There's a theory that it could not need a new clutch. I'm going to put one in anyway, of course, but we need to get the gearbox off and have a look what's been going on, making them nasty noises. Going to Driftland in 2 weeks. Driftland in 2 weeks, I know. It's all go at the minute. I'll see you tomorrow for a nice little garage vid, yeah? Goodbye.